Hello ladies and gentlemen, Grim here and welcome to the 2021 Beginner Guide. A lot of you complained last year that the Beginner Guide was too long, but in Just to Mobile is a complicated game. So I'll cut you a deal. This one will be as quick as possible and then I'll release a further guide which will be more in-depth if you're interested in that one. If it has been released, it's in the description in the pinned comment. If not, it's not been released yet. But all that being said, in this video I'm going to tell you in as little time as I can everything you need to know about in Just to Mobile when getting into a game and starting a new account. So with all that being said, subscribe if you enjoy the content and let's get into it. So we're going to start with the normal campaign as the game requires you to, I want you to continue doing the normal campaign on and on again until you can't progress anymore, because doing normal campaign is going to grant you achievements. Achievements are going to grant you gems, gems are going to grant you chests, and chests are going to give you characters which help you in arena. So as you start the game, just keep going as much as you can with the campaign on normal until you get stuck and you can't do it anymore, and make sure to spend that energy because you'll start with a lot of energy and that's valuable. There are other ways to spend energy when you can't progress anymore in the campaign and you get stuck. You go to challenges. Some of the challenges are good, some of the challenges are not, but as a new player, every good new character is going to be a good character for you. Just make sure you gem refresh those when you see a silver banshee in there. I mean, you do them normally and then you gem refresh so you have additional tries. Next up, another way to do it is the resource missions. Like, do this every time so you get to the maximum amount, and when you get to the maximum amount, then you can feel free to refresh all the 3 times a day because it's worth it. After that, you can go back to the campaign and farm Heroic. Heroic is going to give you some gears for some characters, and at the same time, it's going to give you some shards for some characters. While most of the characters are below average, some of them are pretty decent, but it's a slow process, so mostly you farm Heroic for gears, so don't worry too much about that one. Now let's move on. Do every single daily objective. Like, the resources you get from here might seem like they are not a huge deal, but the huge deal that you get from here is the XP. And as you can see over here, I have most likely a higher energy cap than you have, because as you level up you get more and more maximum energy, and that really helps you out, and that will open up some new strategies further on. So every day make sure that you do as many of the tasks as possible, if not all of them. By touching here, you get into the roster. In the roster, you're going to have all your characters that you have collected. Getting into a character, you're going to find a few stats. You're going to find abilities, upgrade the right ability. Most characters need only 1 or 2 abilities upgraded, so make sure to check out which ability you should upgrade first. I got a guide on that one. Yeah, make sure don't waste your credits on that. Next up, I got talents. Talents are going to be pretty useful, but at the same time not worth the huge amounts of credits you're going to drop in to get the desired talent. So at the start of the game, just spend your credits on abilities and don't waste any credits on talents. Usually with talents, you either want crit chance, crit damage, defense, and resistances, and sometimes lethal. Other than that, they are trash. Next time, getting into gears. Gear materials are going to be a very valuable resource, so make sure you upgrade the right gears. How do you upgrade the right gears? Look at which characters in Just to Mobile are going to be good. I got the tier list for that one. Other than that, upgrade the gears one by one at a time, one level at a time, and you'll get the best value that way. And getting into their details, they'll have some chance effects. Don't touch those until you get the gear to level 40, because until level 40 the changes are going to be minimal and not worth it. After you get to level 40, then do your best to avoid crit resistance and stun resistance. Other than that, you're going to do fine. Characters you want to do damage, do crit chance, crit damage, attack fast, attack chance. Characters you want to take damage, do health, defense. And with all that being said, there's still the XP thing to keep in mind. Just drop your XP capsules on the characters that you think are going to be most important for you, because yet again, the XP capsules are going to be a pretty rare resource to find. Arena is going to be the most important game mode for a beginner, as it gives you at the same time gems and the characters that can go all the way to 4-star unlock characters. It's going to be the main place where you get yourself characters. Where you want to be ideally Elite 4, where you should at least be Elite 1, because at Elite 1 you get the character at 3 stars, at Elite 4 you get it at 4 stars. Quick note on how arena system works: is not one arena in the entire game. You're going to be placed in the most recently created arena bracket as you make a new account. So if you have an account that's going to be like a few months old, you're better off most likely starting off off a new account, because you're going to be competing and ranked against other players, and if you stop playing the game for a while, then those players will keep playing the game and you'll fall behind and it will be very hard for you to recover. And getting real quick into the arena store, just get John Stewart, Green Lantern, and after that maybe get Raiden, maybe get Sub-Zero, though it doesn't really matter that much. The arena store selection is going to be trash, but after you get John Stewart, Green Lantern, try and grab all the gear pieces from here, grab one of each, because they constantly get removed from the arena store sometimes, and you don't know when you'll need the gear that was here previously and you'll not find it in the future. Leagues are going to be a very important thing, and this is the league store, but talking about leagues that are going to be a very important thing to join. Make sure you join a league that's at least tier 5, ideally tier 6 as a new player, and make sure you get King Flan Aquaman as soon as possible from the league store, because he's going to be of tremendous help. Like, I'm talking real tremendous help. King Flan Aquaman is going to be to make a lot of content much easier for you, so make sure you get this guy as much of it as you are able to, and make sure you join a league. I can't stress enough how important this is. You'll find a link in the description to a league that you most likely can join. Is going to be a Discord server, and if you're going to go by yourself to join a league, then make sure you shout requests for King every single day, and at the same time that you join a league that's at the release tier 6. So let's move on. Champions Arena is going to be one of the most boring mods in Injustice Mobile, but if you can get past that, it's going to be a pretty easy mod, because most people have easy to be defensive teams, and at the same time it's going to grant you some pretty decent rewards, that being gems and shards that you can convert into promoting characters. But keep in mind that you should be careful on how you convert those shards, because they are a valuable resource and some characters need them more than others do. When it comes to the Soul Raid event, just keep a few things in mind. If you don't have King, then just use whatever you have. It's going to be pretty much the same outcome. Just keep in mind that Soul Raids is going to have a cooldown. After the cooldown ends, the bosses that you have killed will remain dead when it comes back, but the bosses that you have damaged will recover their health when it comes back. So you really need to keep that in mind and plan your fights and your pips accordingly. And when you have King, just throw enough special trees at the enemy and they will eventually die. So getting into the store section, easiest tip I can give you: everything that has purple in it is going to be bad for you, like a purple vibe, a purple team, or something like that. When you start off the game, you're going to buy either hero chest or premium chest. Both of them are good for you at the start, will get you some characters set up for arena and stuff. And after that, you'll need to save up your gems for upcoming sales. If you want to drop some cash in the special offers, then definitely wait for events, because usually when there's an event, there will be far better offers than the offers that are usually up. Complete the story mode, it gives you gems and is free to play. And as soon as you don't need to buy hero chests and premium chests anymore and you're doing fine in the arena, make sure you upgrade the operations to level 20 as soon as possible, as those will give you your gem investment back and more in time. What duration should you set to them? As soon as you are able to refresh them. If you're able to refresh them once every half an hour, then do that. If you're able to refresh them once every 8 hours, then do that. But yeah. Okay, so this has been me trying to make this as fast as possible. I left out a lot of information out of this guide for the purpose of making it quick, and again, I'll do a more in-depth variant, like a 40-minute long variant, but for people who don't have the time to listen to that, then this will have to do. But for people who want a more in-depth variant, it will be linked in the description in the pinned comment as soon as it is released. But if you want to make sure you don't miss it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, let me know down in the comments what you think about it, see if you found it helpful, share it with your friends, like, and all that stuff. And yeah, with loving said, I'll see you in the next one, most likely in the more in-depth version of this guide.